Printed in the Congressional Record, offered by Mr. Rothfus of Pennsylvania.
The gentleman from Pennsylvania is recognized for 5 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I rise today to stand with our nation's veterans and their families. We owe our veterans a debt of gratitude that can never be repaid. As public servants, we have a solemn obligation to ensure that our veterans receive the respect, support, and care that they have earned and rightly expect. That responsibility extends to employees and executives of the Department of Veterans Affairs. Unfortunately, the VA has failed veterans in Western Pennsylvania and around the nation. This failure has resulted in the outrageous disability claims backlog and the unconscionable death of 5 veterans at the VA Pittsburgh Healthcare System. In light of these unresolved problems, no one in the senior leadership of the VA should be paid a performance bonus. Today, over 865,000 veterans around the nation are waiting to receive disability benefits from the VA. Of those veterans, almost 576,000 are considered part of the VA backlog, meaning their claims have been pending for more than 125 days. On average, our nation's veterans must wait between 316 and 327 days for their first-time disability claims to be processed. Wait times in major population centers and in my district are often longer. For example, veterans must wait 642 days in New York, 619 days in Los Angeles, 542 days in Chicago, 517 days in Philadelphia, and 625 days in Pittsburgh. The number of veterans who have been forced to wait more than a year to receive their benefits has grown by more than 2,000% over the last 4 years, despite significant increases in the VA's budget during the same time period. In addition, a study conducted by the Pittsburgh Tribune-Review found that veterans who disagree with the VA's initial decision must wait even longer. That study found that it takes an average of 1,040 days for the agency to make decisions in appeals cases. That's almost 3 years. In fact, some veterans wait so long that they die before their claims are processed. The Trib Review study found almost 3,000 cases between 2009 and 2013 in which veterans or their surviving spouses died before getting decisions on their disputed claims. Western Pennsylvania veterans have recently seen even more egregious failures of the VA firsthand in the death of 5 veterans due to an outbreak of Legionnaire's disease. The VA Inspector General found that the systemic failure of the Pittsburgh VA to follow its own safety protocols and a breakdown in communication resulted in these unconscionable deaths. 4 days after the Inspector General's report was released, the regional director of the Pittsburgh VA was awarded an almost $63,000 bonus and presented with the Presidential Distinguished Rank Award. In total, the VA gave its senior executives bonuses totaling $2.8 million in 2011 and $2.3 million in 2012. Paying bonuses to executives of an organization with this kind of abysmal performance record is ridiculous. In the private sector, this level of performance achievement is rewarded with a pink slip, not a bonus check. Rather, this hard-earned taxpayer money should be properly directed towards fixing the problem at the VA and ensuring that our veterans receive the first-rate service and care they rightfully deserve. VA executives need to take responsibility, fix these problems, and do their jobs. I urge my colleagues to stand with our veterans and their families and support the Rothfus, Roby, Tipton, Kelly, Hulskamp amendment. I yield to the gentlelady from Alabama.
The gentlelady from Alabama is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I'd like to rise in support of the gentleman's amendment and just want to add, you've heard the statistics of the number of backlog of cases. Each case represents a veteran who may have earned a benefit but is currently being denied because of bureaucratic delay. And in the last 4 years, the number of VA claims pending for longer than a year has grown by 2,000%. An award of a bonus should be a special recognition of success and accomplishment, not a right or a routine payment. Mr. Speaker, I don't consider a backlog of over 1.2 million cases to be cause for celebration or reward. I consider it a catastrophe that must be fixed. Restricting the ability to award bonuses until that backlog is cleared is a common sense, good government policy. I'm pleased to support my colleague's amendment. It is a strong step in that direction. I yield back.
Gentleman from Pennsylvania.
All right,